of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay. They go bootleg. Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Love now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable here for Davis. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
That's complete. Romadunzo. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bears.
Play action. Now Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
A 5-yard gain.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
The one thing we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Packers.
This is Swift on the counter. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Rattler from the gun, third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Packers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 20.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Green Bay.
The Packers at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 66 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Davis now to return it. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now what a first down pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
A give up the middle to right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Packers' 39-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Fights him off. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's good for another Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They run out of the gun with Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here we go now on first and goal. Here's Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it as we resume action. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Love looking to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Love, they go play action now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Love. Under pressure, they got him again. Brady Jarrett. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Bradley wants to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, so it leaves him in a good spot. 2nd and inches forthcoming. Firing quickly out wide is Love. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
To throw now, here's Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They got 29 yards that time.
Here's Jacobs.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. This is caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Spins by. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Throwing is Rattler. Pass complete to Loveland. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the air is Rattler. He's got Watkins on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Rattler working out of the gun. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Rattler going to look to throw again. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Eagles in a rematch of last NFC Championship game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Play action, now it's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. All right, Scott, thank you. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
On play action, Rattler. To the right side and intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Love. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up third and 2.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 40. Now Rattler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 30.
From the gun, here's Swift. They'll get him to the 23-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 23, this is second and 3. Here's the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third and 4 coming up.
It's now third down and 4.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shamar Turner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second down at the 48-yard line.
They'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Rattler. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring it down. Kenny Clark in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's Love now back near his goal line. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Slant around, he's got Downs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Love now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Love from the gun. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Love looking to throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he is going to have a Packers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
Now Love. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
1st down, Packers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 15-yard line.
Throwing. Love. And he's got it. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Jacobs. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Love will sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Rattler wants to throw it. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Devontae Wyatt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here comes 2nd down. He's back to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Still going. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So now the Bears down by 11, 54 seconds to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
To the air is Rattler. Pass complete to Loveland.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Chicago Bears.
And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Throwing is Rattler.
Looking left side of his got a man. That's Watkins. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears 1st down.
And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing once more, here's Rattler.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to